are having very less time. So today we are going to we are going to discuss the very important topic, that is the pancreas, right? So pancreas, all we know, and before this also I told you, this is very important organ, and it is having the both the parts. It is the organ. It is the gland. Okay, so this gland is having both the parts. That is the endocrine part as well as the exocrine part. But today, before this, we discuss the histology part. But now in this lecture, we are going to discuss this gross anatomy, or what is seen in the dissection hole regarding the this. Now we'll start. So it is very important organ which is located on the posterior abdominal wall, right? And it is located in the concavity of the duodenum. Okay, and it is against the L1, L2 vertebra, right? It is against the L1, L2 vertebra, which is located in the posterior abdominal wall. So that is about the something about the location. Now coming to the shape of the pancreas. So shape of the pancreas, it is like you must have seen this uh, uh, flask which is there in the chemical lab. So this shape of the pancreas is like a retort flask shape, right? So you can see this is the pancreas, which is shaped like a retort flask shape. Okay, now it is having the parts. So this is the duodenum. So this pancreas is located in the concavity of the duodenum, and it is having the different parts for the pancreas. So here, this is the head of the pancreas, where I am moving the, where there is a cursor moving, right? Okay, so this is the head of the pancreas. Then next part is, this is the neck of the pancreas. This is the head, body of the pancreas, and this is the tail of the pancreas. So this tail of the pancreas is going towards, or it is related mainly with the spleen. Okay, so this pancreas, it is horizontally situated. Pancreas is horizontally situated, starting from the right to the left in the posterior abdominal wall, which is going from the concavity of the duodenum up to the spleen, and it is having the different parts. So this is the head of the pancreas, this is the neck of the pancreas, this is the body of the pancreas, and yeah, so head of the pancreas is located in the concavity of the duodenum, and the tail of the pancreas is mainly related with the spleen.
Spleen.
Now we'll go for next. Now coming to the, first of all, we'll now in the we'll see this relations of this different parts of the pancreas, right? So here you can see, this is the head of the pancreas. Okay, so this head of the pancreas is having an extra part here. This is known as the uncinate process of the pancreas, right? This is the uncinate process of the pancreas. So this head of the pancreas is having the three borders. So this is known as the superior border, this is known as the inferior border, and this is known as the right lateral border. Right lateral border, because this is the right side and this is the left side. So spleen is towards the left side, and here you can see above is the liver, so this is the right side. So this is known as the right lateral. So it is having the three borders. Head is having the three borders: superior, right lateral, and the inferior border. So superior border, it is related with the first part of the duodenum. Then the right lateral border is related with the second part of the duodenum, and inferior border, it is related with the third part of the duodenum. So remember, it is very easy to remember the relations of the border. Superior is first part of the duodenum, right lateral is related with the second part, and inferior border is related with the third part of the duodenum. So it's very important, because this head is present in the concavity of the duodenum, and that's why you can remember the relations of the border. Now coming to the relations of the surfaces of the head of the pancreas. So it is having the anterior surface and the posterior surface, right? So head is having the three borders. Head is having the three borders: superior border, right lateral border, and the inferior border. And it is related with the duodenum, these borders. And the surfaces, now coming to the surfaces, uh, so you can see here, this is the anterior surface. So this anterior surface, it is related with the first part of the duodenum, transverse colon and the jejunum. Okay, and the posterior surface, it is related with the this right crus of diaphragm, then the inferior vena cava, bile duct, and the renal veins, right? So you can see here these renal veins, they are terminating into the inferior vena cava. So these are the posterior relations. So remember here, the head of the pancreas, it is having the three borders: superior, inferior, and the right lateral border. And all these borders, they are related with the duodenum, first, second, and the third part of the duodenum. And these are the two surfaces, that is the anterior surface and this is the posterior surface. Anterior surface, it is related with the three structure: duodenum, jejunum, first part of the duodenum, jejunum, and the transverse colon. Whereas the posterior surface, it is related with the this inferior vena cava, then the bile duct, and the right crus of diaphragm. Now we'll go from the next part. So you can see here, this is the neck of the pancreas. So next part is that we are going to discuss is the neck of the pancreas. So neck of the pancreas, it is having the only two surfaces, that is the anterior surface and the posterior surface. So you can see here, this is the anterior surface. So this anterior surface is related with the this pylorus, and the posterior surface, it is related with the portal vein. It is related with the portal vein, formation of the portal vein. So you can see here, this is the dotted line, so showing the formation of the portal vein from the splenic vein and the superior mesenteric vein. So this posterior surface, it is related with the superior mesenteric vein and the portal vein, right? And now we'll go for the next part. So you can see here, the next part is the body of the pancreas, right? The body of the pancreas. So body of the pancreas is having the, again, the three borders. So that is the superior border, this is the anterior border, and this,
Yes.
yes, okay, good. So this is the superior border. So this superior border, it is related with the celiac trunk, and on one side, this superior border along with the celiac trunk, it is related with the splenic artery and the hepatic artery on other side. Whereas the inferior border, it is related with the jejunum and the duodenojejunal flexure. And the anterior border, it is this anterior border to the anterior border, there is attachment of the, or the relation of the root of the transverse mesocolon. Okay, so these are the relations of the border. Whereas now coming to the relations here. So 1 minute. So relations, anteriorly it is related with the stomach. So here, this body, this is the body, anteriorly it is related with the stomach, whereas the posteriorly it is related with the inferior vena cava. Are you able to see the inferior vena cava? Yes or no? Are you able to see the inferior vena cava? So this is the inferior vena cava. Along with the inferior vena cava, the body, it is related with the left kidney, left suprarenal gland. Okay, left kidney, left suprarenal gland. Okay, and also the left crus of the diaphragm. So these are the relations of the this pancreas. So we finished with the pancreas, parts of the pancreas and its relations. So overall, in this diagram, we are able to see the parts and its relations. So you can see here, this is the head, it is related with the duodenum. Okay, this is the neck, this is the body, and this is the tail of the pancreas. Now we'll go for the duct system. It is having the duct system. So I told you in the starting only, it is having the both the parts, that is the pan uh, exocrine part as well as the endocrine part. So as to drain the exocrine part, exocrine secretion, it is having the duct system. So the duct system, the main duct is known as the main duct is known as the this is the main duct, which is starting from the left side. Okay, it is starting from the left side. Okay, and it receives the small tributaries, giving the herringbone appearance, giving the herringbone appearance. Okay, and this is known as the accessory duct. This is the accessory duct of the pancreas. So the pancreatic duct system is having the two ducts. The main duct, which is starting from the left side from the spleen, okay, and opening into the duodenum at the major duodenal papilla, and it is having the accessory duct, which is opening again in the duodenum at the minor duodenal papilla. So you can see here, this is the main duct, and these are the small openings in the main duct. Okay, and it is joining with the hepatic duct to form a hepatopancreatic dilatation known as the hepatopancreatic ampulla, and it is opening into the duodenum 10 centimeter below the pylorus at the major duodenal papilla, whereas this is known as the accessory pancreatic duct, which is opening 7 near about 7 centimeter just below the hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So it is having the two ducts, that is first duct, that is the main pancreatic duct, which is opening into the major duodenal papilla, and this is the minor duodenal papilla. This is the minor duodenal papilla at which the this accessory pancreatic. So that is about the duct system of the pancreas. Now coming to the next heading of the topic, that is the arterial supply of the pancreas. So arterial supply of the pancreas is mainly from the two arteries. So pancreas, it receives small branches from the splenic artery. Okay, so these are the small pancreatic branches. Also, it receives the blood supply, arterial supply from the pancreatico superior. So this is the superior pancreaticoduodenal artery, and this one is the inferior pancreaticoduodenal artery. So this is the inferior. So this one where I am moving the cursor. So this is the inferior pancreaticoduodenal artery, and this one is the superior pancreaticoduodenal. So remember here, the this pancreas, it gets arterial supply from the splenic artery. Okay, and the also it also gets arterial supply from the superior pancreaticoduodenal artery and the inferior pancreaticoduodenal artery. So that is about the arterial supply, whereas the venous drainage is from the is uh, portal vein. So venous drainage is from the superior mesenteric vein, splenic vein. So I will go back. So here it gives the venous drainage is from the splenic vein and the superior mesenteric vein, and ultimately drains into the portal vein. So what is the venous drainage here? So arterial supply, then this is the venous drainage. So venous drainage is from the superior mesenteric vein, splenic vein, and that forms the portal vein. So that is about the venous drainage. Now coming to so that is about the venous drainage. You can see here, this is the superior mesenteric vein, this is the splenic vein, and that forms the portal vein. So that is about the venous drainage. Now coming to the lymphatic drainage. So lymphatic drainage is into the celiac group of lymph nodes. So Firstly, it is the lymphatic drainage into the pancreaticoduodenal group of lymph nodes, then the cilia group of lymph nodes, then here the superior mesenteric pylori group of lymph nodes. So that is about the lymphatic drainage. Now coming to the nerve supply. Nerve supply is from the two, mainly by the two, that is the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. Parasympathetic is from the vagus and the sympathetic. So that is about the nerve supply. Now coming to the microanatomy, already we had discussed the microanatomy of the pancreas. Why we are discussing microanatomy? But because we will get the question like this: describe the gross anatomy of the pancreas and add a note on the microanatomy. As well as you may get like this question, you add a note on the development of the pancreas. So that's why we are also going to discuss the microanatomy of the pancreas. So already I told you the pancreas is having the both the parts, exocrine part as well as the endocrine part. So endocrine part, so are you able to see this endocrine part? So this endocrine part is known as the islets of Langerhans, whereas the exocrine part is the serous acinar. So you can see here, this is the pancreatic serous acinus. So this is the pancreatic serous acinus. Okay, so structure of the one pancreatic serous acinus. So this is the one cell. So above at the apex we will get the zymogen granules, centrally placed nucleus, and the cells they are columnar shaped. Okay, cells they are columnar shaped, and this is the duct system, that is the intercalated duct. So same here. So you can see here this is the islets of Langerhans, that is the endocrine part of the pancreas. So islets of Langerhans. So these islets of Langerhans, it is having the three types of the cells, that is the alpha, beta, and the delta. Okay, alpha cells they secrete the glucagon, beta cells secretes the insulin, and delta cells secretes the somatostatin. So that is about the endocrine part. So this is the exocrine part, and this one is the endocrine part. So you can see here, this is the overall the islets of Langerhans and the exocrine part. So this is the islets of Langerhans, this is the exocrine part. So overall, so are you able to see? This is the islets of Langerhans. Okay, are you able to see the islet of Langerhans? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
remaining part is the serous acini. This is the serous acini. So this is the serous acini exocrine part and the islets of Langerhans. So these islets of Langerhans they secrete the glucagon, somatostatin, and the insulin. So that is over about the histology part. So same here, higher magnification regarding the pancreatic islet. Now coming to the something regarding about the development of the pancreas. So the pancreas it develops in relation with the foregut. Okay, and it develops from the two birds, that is the pancreatic bud, and this is the
Yes, sir.
Yes.
okay, and this is the dorsal pancreatic bud. But after some time, so this ventral pancreatic bud and the dorsal pancreatic bud, it is in relation with the hepatic bud and in the foregut. Okay, then after some time, this there is a rotation so of the this pancreatic duct, rotation of the pancreatic duct. So like this, there is a rotation of the pancreatic duct. So this dorsal and the ventral. So after rotation of the pancreatic duct, so this ventral pancreatic duct comes below the dorsal pancreatic duct. Okay, so green wala is the ventral pancreatic duct and blue wala is, are you getting the points?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Okay, good, good, good. So, so you can see now here fully developed pancreas. So major part of the pancreas is developing from the dorsal pancreatic duct, whereas the smaller part of the pancreas, that means the smaller part of the head and the uncinate process is developing from the ventral pancreatic duct. Are you getting the point? Okay. So
Yes, sir.
remember here. So remember here from this diagram. So pancreas is developing from the ventral pancreatic duct and the dorsal pancreatic duct just below the foregut in relation with the hepatic bud. Then there occurs the rotation of the pancreatic duct, pancreatic bud, dorsal and ventral. So this ventral green wala ventral pancreatic bud comes to lie below the dorsal one. Okay, and this is the fully pancreas developed. So major part, head, neck, body, and tail is developing from the dorsal pancreatic bud. Okay, whereas the smaller part of the head and the uncinate process is developing from the ventral pancreatic bud. So that is about this. Now coming to the last part, that is the applied anatomy of the pancreas. So applied anatomy of the pancreas. So there is cyst formation, pancreatic cyst, mainly in the head. So that cyst, it contains the fluid inside the cyst. So that condition is known as the pancreatic cyst. Next condition is the pancreatic carcinoma. The most common site for the pancreatic carcinoma is the head of the pancreas. Then third is the acute pancreatitis. So this is very important condition and it is very painful condition. Acute pancreatitis. It is the inflammation of the pancreas. It is the inflammation of the pancreas. The next applied anatomy of the pancreas is diabetes mellitus. All we know, the beta cells of the pancreas, they secretes, what they secretes, just tell me what they secretes, beta cells, what they secrete?
Insulin.
Okay,
Insulin.
insulin. So it
Insulin.
secretes, okay, it secretes the insulin. So deficiency of the insulin, it leads to a condition very commonly seen in the
Diabetes
community, that is the diabetes mellitus. So that is the
mellitus.
diabetes mellitus. Okay, and these are the developmental anomalies. So it is the divided pancreas. All we know, pancreas is developing from the dorsal pancreatic bud and the ventral pancreatic bud. So there is a gap between the ventral pancreatic bud and the dorsal pancreatic bud. So because of this gap, this condition is known as the divided pancreas. Condition is known as the divided pancreas. Okay, so now this is the annular pancreas. So this condition is there is a pancreatic tissue which is around the duodenum, right? Pancreatic tissue around the duodenum, which is pancreatic tissue around the duodenum, obstructing the duodenum. That condition is known pancreatic tissue around the duodenum, obstructing the duodenum. That condition is known as the annular